All right, so now here's a question. I have so many Harley Davidson motorcycles over the years. Do they still give you 2 CVO keys for the new bikes? I don't think they do. So I gotta look for that. So for me, the goal right now is when the wife gets home this evening, I gotta clean out the Grand Wagoneer. But here's the question, everybody. Here's the Jeep Grand Cherokee down here. It has a on it because we have to get new tires, and the registration on it has expired. So it wouldn't be good to put the wife in that because that's got problems. And with a rejection sticker in the window, a police officer would pull her over. So here's the dilemma. What does my wife have to drive for the moment? Now keep in mind, I will definitely get the registration thing resolved at some point. I'll definitely get her tires at some point. But in the immediate future, what does she drive? Well, part of me is like put her in the Blazer, but she gets range anxiety. So put her in the Plum Crazy. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I think that'd be pretty cool. She used to drive my Grand Prix, but she'll be embarrassed to drive this. So the odds are she's going to want to drive the Jeep Mojave. That's probably where it'll all go. But yeah, it's a nice vehicle. So now this vehicle here has a ton of gear in it, ton of equipment in it. So this means now for me this evening that I'm going to have to spend time cleaning out this truck to transfer to my wife's. You know, it doesn't end, man. I mean, it's 5:30 and my day's not over. The Lightning truck, it's too big. It's the range anxiety. I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of vehicle. That's a lot of vehicles. So I don't know. How's kind of the wife? She ain't driving the Camaro. I mean, she does know how to drive a stick shift, just so you know. She used to drive a Honda Soul. Listen to my shoe. I mean, what a joke. What a joke. I held off for the longest time out and spending $100 in shoes. Only if I finally go out and spend $100 in shoes. And the damn things got soaking wet on Sunday. And these things took 2 days to dry out. And now to dry it out, I sound like Squeaky Man going across the freaking floor. For the record, the bike section doesn't really look much different. And it's not really going to change that much. So that's not going to change. But the exterior, as you can see, we walked out of the garage. And I wonder who could say, who without going to last year's videos, who could honestly say, okay, a year ago today, June of 2024, the Iceman had what vehicles in his lot? Without going back to 2024, you could easily do that. But I'm gonna see how good I am. So I had the Ford F450 white truck. I had the Ford F450 silver four-door truck. We had the Ram 2500 piped. We had the Jeep Grand Cherokee. We had the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. We had a Ford Mustang Vapor Blue GT, which was the kids. We had the Ford Mustang GT, or the Dark Horse I just got rid of. So just thinking over there. And then I was like, and then we had the Ford race truck that was parked in the driveway a lot. The kids like to drive it. And I still have that. So the Wagoneer and the race truck I still have. The other things mentioned, I don't. Then over here we had the Mojave, which I still have. But then we had the Ford F-150 Raptor Canadian truck, 37. That's gone. We had the Ford F-250 Kirby truck. That's gone. We had the Ford Bronco that I got for Julia. That's gone. We had the Ford Black Lightning truck. That's gone. We had the Ford Explorer Silver, or whatever you want to call it. That's gone. I'm just trying to think here as I walk through here. Well, we had the Dodge Gold Rush, which that's gone. We had the Ram TRX. That's gone. Let me see. Well, the Grand Wagoneer, that will be gone. So there you go. The Blazer wasn't here yet. Didn't have that. Had the Camaro Z28. That's still here. I had the Ford F-150 Lightning. Maybe I had that or I got it. I just can't remember. I think I had it. I don't know if I had the Colorado yet. Maybe I did. Had the Plum Crazy here. We know that. Oh, we had the Corvette Z06. The red Corvette Z06. That was here. That's gone. What else? What am I missing? Anything? Anybody out there on my channel? remember I said the two F450s, the Ram 2500, the GT Mustang, the F-150 37 Canadian, the Kirby truck, the Bronco. I'm just naming off ones that went away. The black F-150 Lightning, the Gold Rush, the Ram TRX, the Corvette, the Wagoneer, and I think I'm pretty close. The Gold Rush said that, right? So wow. Wow, to say the least. And when the Lightning disappears, then I'll probably put like the Colorado right here. Or I'll put the Blazer here because it can charge. It's a more convenient place for the car to be parked, be over here. So I'll be down to one electric vehicle. And then I'll be down to 3 trucks. Yeah, the goal is to definitely try. Because for Brian, I want that to be his backup vehicle. Brian will probably primarily work out of the Blazer, but then we'll have the Gladiator for the backup vehicle. Then the wife will have her Grand Cherokee. And then for the motorcycle side, my goal is, which I'll eventually do it, the Street Glide, or I should say the CVO, Road Glide, the trailer, it'll go. The Chief Bobber, eventually it'll go. The FTR, eventually I'll get rid of that. So those 3 things will definitely be gone. Inside here, do I really let this Fast Johnny go? I'll probably continue to try to make it work. Maybe. We'll see how the numbers work on that. So in here, I just don't think that this is going to change how much we're at. I don't think it's going to really be that much different looking. I really don't want to get rid of. I'm not ready to cross the bridge and getting rid of all the bikes, including my daughter's bikes. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that yet. And I think it's soon. I think it's too early, too fast, and sometimes things can change. And you know as well as I do, if Julie ever did come back, she would be like, where's the bikes? I'd be like, right, where's the bikes? They're all gone. So I'm not ready for that. We're not there yet. So I'm going to leave it at that. All right, I can talk about everybody. I came back, took a little time out of my morning conversation, but I'm back. So that's about it for now. I think I'm going to cut it at that and start uploading some videos for you guys. You can kind of see what happened today. And I appreciate all the support and kind words of me on my channel and supporting me. And it's just a lot of work, and it gets aggravating, but I just kind of keep it going. I'm just trying to emphasize that some days I may do the morning videos, but some days I may not. Who knows? We'll just see how it goes. We'll just go and feel. But I know the political talk gets old to people, and I don't disagree. That's really why I'm pulling back on the morning conversation, because I just really don't enjoy just continue the political content. It was a lot of fun when I had the EV content, and I could talk to you about the differences and the technology and the green agenda and all that other stuff. But that's all kind of gone. So it just really is for me to bring content where we're just talking about the news that everybody sees every day that really we don't really want to see. The fake media, the fake news. And so that's kind of why I've been thinking the morning conversation, just probably keep it a little bit more simple, a little shorter. You know, hey, morning, how's it going? Maybe we have a little conversation today. Maybe I go live on Friday, which would be fun. I bring in, what I bring in? Because now it's like, well, you've gotten rid of your Dark Horse, can't bring that in. Got rid of the Gold Rush, can't bring that in. We can talk about the Triumph, the Fast Johnny, the Breakout, the Street Glide ST, the Roll Rider ST, the Fireblade, blah, blah, blah. So there's definitely lots of bikes here, and the truck, the Bison. I definitely have a lot of that still to kind of play with, and the Charger. Yeah, so we'll make it work. How about that idea? Hi, the Grand Wagoneer has been sold, so when you get home tonight, I got to empty it out.
Okay, the Grand Wagoneer has been sold. You need to empty it out.
Yep, we got to find you a new ride.
I'm sorry. Okay.
We're gonna figure out what you can drive, but we're gonna have to clean the car out. Then I gotta get another car set up for you, so it'll be a long evening, but we'll make it work.
Okay. I don't think I've got that much stuff in here, but I don't know. I don't remember. Okay. All right. I'll see you soon. I'm leaving.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, she took that well, didn't she? So she rides around something that's not as comfortable. Yikes. Well, I'll see where this is going. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull the Jeep over. I'm not letting the wife drive the plumb crazy. Damn thing gets stolen. So forget it. I'm on another project. Got to clean this damn thing out. And I'm running out of room in my garage. You think about it. I had so many vehicles with so much stuff in them that I could store stuff in them. Not anymore. So I'm going to back this thing over, get it all ready for the wife to have this to drive. Yeah, she'll be a happy wife, happy life, right? But geez, man, doesn't it? This is one reason I was just like, man, you know, to get out of town, it's all about timing. And, you know, it's just exhaustion. You know, you're exhausted. And then you get on a plane, go to Florida, and then listening to all the sadness. And it's like sadness. Jesus Christ, man. Have you been watching my channel? Yeah. But it's all good. There's nothing going on a negative way in the family in that. And anyways, so now back to this thing up and get it in the barn. I'll turn the barn doors up. And we'll pull it in because I need to get all my gear out of this vehicle, because right now she'll be driving this thing until probably the end of the month, because I'm not in position financially to go out and buy new tires for the car. Not in position to pay the $20,000 debt against me on all these cars to get the registration updated. So that'll be the end of the month. Hopefully it is, or I'll have to do a GoFundMe account to get me out of jail and pay the bill, right? How about that idea? So here we go. This is really a work truck, and if anything happens to Blazer, well, I'll just put him in the damn Lightning. I don't know, maybe we'll just put him in the freaking Colorado. Who the hell knows? I don't know. Well, I can put him in the damn Plum Crazy. Duh. Alright, let me start unloading crap. Alrighty. So, wow, everybody. Got the Jeep all cleaned out for nothing. You know why for nothing? The wife has come to closure after trying to get in and out of this Jeep, which it is a tall Jeep. It's not going to work. So we're back to the Grand Cherokee. So she's up for driving around in the Grand Cherokee with a rejected inspection sticker, but we are going to buy tires. So she's just going to go ahead and put on her credit card tires, and then hopefully by the month's end I can get the damn registration figured out on this thing. And yeah, so I tell her, you know, when the police officer pulls you over, just say, hey, we're just a poor old white folk just trying to make it look good, riding around these expensive vehicles that we can't even afford to pay for. But we're just the poor old white folk. That's what we are. Yes, we are. We're the poor white folk people. Look at where I live. We live in a little farmhouse out on the property. Yeah. So that's the plan. So the wife's bold and brazen. So she'll call me probably. Hey, I just got pulled over. They want to take the car. I go, well, honey, I tried. So there she is. Down there helping out. She's changing out cars so that this was a project. I just spent the last 45 minutes cleaning this thing all out for what? Now what I'm going to do, though, is we're going to get the Plum Crazy. You know, that guy, Bobby's funny. He loves this damn car. He loves this car. So, he really wants it, but he can't get it because he doesn't want to pay the absorbent fees of this thing being extremely expensive, which it is. So, let's get in here where Brian's been working out of this thing, and I can already tell because of how the seat is. Whew. Let me get that there. And, yeah, so now, I mean, think about it. I used to be so more of the person like, yeah, drive what you want. No, that's all changed. You know, it's all changing because I've said it a gazillion times on my channel. Whatever I lose from this point, it's not coming back anytime soon. I have too many deficiencies that I have to resolve and settle and make good on. So I'm a good 2 years away, I would say, unless I hit the jackpot, of just paying down debts before I'll free up cash flow again, just to be able to do go buy a car, which I'm not this stage. But the point is to let somebody just now drive any car they want. No, now I'm like, no, man. I mean, this is a very nice car, and if I lose this thing or Brian crashed it, it's like, oh well, you're screwed. So he'll be like, damn, I can't drive it no more, I'd be like, yeah, you can't drive it no more because it's too risky. And I'm just down now to 2 cars. Think of this, I am now down to 2 cars. If you really think about it, that's it. You know, so he's like, go to the car show. Like, yeah, it'd be more about the bike show on that. So yeah, so the good news is now I have really nice cars I can park in my garage that don't take the weather beating. This car's been out in the weather now for 1.5 years. So for me, you know, once again, it's always the adventures, everybody. It's always. I see now, to me, because of the obstruction of my vehicles where the dogs can't see things, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. As the even my wife came over and gave me a big hug, and she said, I'm proud of you. I'm like, well, thanks. So the wife did come over and like, I'm proud of you, and I know how tough this is for you, but she's proud of me. I'm just crossing the bridge. And she's like, wow, everything's about gone. Not really. I mean, the irony to most people would be like, damn, I wish I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still have, well, 8. The Grand Wagoneer is gone. So we're at 2, 4. That's going to be gone. 5. Yeah, I'm down to 7. Yeah, so the Grand Wagoneer is gone. The F-150 Lightning, that when that payment comes due again, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Now, my good friend John at Motorcycles of Dulles just texted me, and he says for all 3, hear me out, for the Triumph, the FTR, and the Bobber, he'll pay me $25,000. You just hear that? So each bike has basically an $8,000 value. That's basically what he's saying to me. So this motorcycle here, which I paid like $20,000+ in the saddlebag. This is probably about a $23,000 purchase. I bought the FTR. I think I got that thing for like 16, 17. So let's just put 20 plus 15, 35. And then we got the Bobber, which is a $22,000 motorcycle. But it's really 25 with the add-ons. So we really got, what do we have here? We got 25 grand for the Bobber, brand new. We got this thing here that realistically is about a 22, 20. So we'll just say 20, 45, and then that one there, 55, 60. So very conservative. I would say it's probably closer to 65 grand. 65 grand in motorcycles. Okay, I'll just say 60. And he just offered me 25 grand for all 3 of them, barely ridden. That just shows you how brutal. How much longer can these car dealerships and motorcycle dealerships stay in shape? So let's see here. So $25K for the lot. Nothing for me here to get excited about. I'm sorry. Business has been okay until last 2 weeks. Do you have anything else? So there you go. So he's saying right now, it is interesting. I will say this, but I hear this all the time. I hear this stuff all the time. You know, the first few weeks of the month, every guy I go to, oh, it's slow. It's slow. Like, I hear this same conversation all the time. By the end of the month, you kick ass. Jack yesterday was saying the same thing. You know, it's been kind of slow last 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, but everybody's getting out of school and going to vacation and blah, 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 blah. I just don't, I don't know your business. So here it is. There it is. The Mopar guy, and this is my true beginnings, really. If you go back to when I got going in life, I had a Chevy truck, and I had a Cuda, a Plymouth Cuda. So the true beginnings of where I really came from, everybody, was having a nice red Chevy stepside truck, 1978 model, and having a Plymouth Cuda, 1971 model. That's really where I came from. I never, ever was the Ford guy. I didn't like Ford, had no interest in Ford. But here's the irony, everybody. Now that the Mustang's gone, once the Lightning goes, and once the race truck comes back, and that goes away, I'll have no more Ford products. So that'll be the first time for me since 2017. 8 years, not one Ford product on my lot, but a lot of bills. All right, I'm going to shut up because it's getting late, and it turns into a very challenging time uploading videos, downloading videos for you guys to watch this my channel, and people get aggravated. It gets too late. Listen to my squeaky shoe. How do you fix that? Drive me nuts. That's it, everybody. God bless. Hope it was a great evening. Stay tuned for adventures on Ice HTV.